second part of the talk about the R Fallen by Lowestoft Oldham Now. Joe Thompson here. So after we've looked at Doris Howe, we're now going back to our homepage and to point out the fact that we can sort by date of death. Now, you'll note that the very first one of our 2055 records is Thomas Rose, who was killed on the 23rd of August 1914. So if we click on him to find out more. So World War I started 28th of July 1914. So what was the significance of a date 3.5 weeks later when Thomas Rose was killed? Well, it was the Battle of Mons, which was the first major action of the British Expeditionary Forces in the First World War. You can also see on the right-hand side here, we've got another block, which is to do with grouped by regiment. And in this case, it tells a story because Thomas Rose was the only one of the 2050 records that we have who was in the Royal Scots Fusiliers. So that is a story in itself. Sometimes we have 300 in the same regiment. But now what we'll do, we'll come to search, and we'll do a search for Albrow, surname. And we're interested in Ronald. Ronald was a leading seaman with HM submarine Grampus, and he died on the 24th of June 1940. He also lived at Roman Road, Lowestoft, and as you can see on the right-hand side, others from Roman Road were also killed. But what we've also got is, so as I say, we know who was in Roman Road, and we can see where 87 Roman Road was from there, but who else was in the neighbourhood? And we created what's called a locality map. So if we click on that, zoom out a little bit, move up, and we can see that the map is now centred around Ronald, but also you can see the other streets. So we've got May Road, Stanford Road, Roman Road and Hayward Street. So you get a real sense of who his neighbours were. So it's another great way of bringing history to life. We'll go back to the top and click here. So back to the home page. So having created 2,055 pages on a website, including primary source text, memories, photos, residence addresses, we wanted to make it available in other formats. This was to address the issue of legacy. How do you know that it will be available in decades to come? Well, you save it in multiple formats, digital and physical, and sometimes a combination of both. So, having returned to search, we will find Frederick Barker, who can lead us on the next part of this journey. Okay. So here we are. So as you can see, let's have a quick look at Quick look at Frederick Baker. So we can see that he was a sergeant in the 54th Field Company, died on the 7th of January 1915. And in memories, we can see that we have an interesting quote here. His bravery when making wire entanglements in the face of the enemy and in other dangerous work was beyond praise. Lieutenant Colonel D.S. McInnes. So we have all this information on Frederick. How do we turn that into other things? So let's move along and come to here. So if we talk firstly as a book, this is made possible because it is stored as a relational database. And here's the science bit. I'm only highlighting this to show how problems can be solved. And the elements of text, name, address, memories, can be recombined and sorted in limitless ways. All modern websites can do this. We use an open source platform called Drupal. It's supported by thousands of developers and relied on by organisations such as Sony, Amnesty International, UNICEF. And what we're looking at here is a feature called Drupal Views. This does a lot of the hard work, and when combined with CSS, cascading style sheets, that's what makes websites look pretty. It does most of the preparation for the book, and that is key to make the project cost effective. If we had to go through every entry, identify each element, image, heading, title, etc., select them and apply a style, this would be tens of thousands of manual updates, and it would take many months. We have to find ways to do this automatically. Drupal Views starts by gathering all the records, sorting by surname, grouping by surname where there's more than one, and this results in this. What we're looking at here is a page view from the website that is going to be part of the book. It results in a very long web page, and that can be copied and pasted into Microsoft Word. It allows us to identify and hide silhouette photographs, as you can see middle at the bottom, which are useful on the website but a waste for the book. And also styling headings can be selected. You can see top left in green, Frederick William Baker. And also you can see in orange further down, his bravery when making. If you look on the right hand side, we've been able to style those in a way that's identifiable to Word. So once in Word, and you can see Frederick left hand page at the bottom, what we've then done is found and replaced 800 photographs at once and right-hand justified them. So this forms the basis of the book that will get printed. What we can then do is return back to the website, and here we can see that we've done another view, and what this does is group it by street, and then by number, and then by the person. So that means we can put that at the back of the book, and it's another way of being able to find information within the book. We can also save contents in multiple formats. What we're looking at here is a visual of the book. So we can save it in multiple formats, all of which can be copied onto a £5 memory stick and taped inside the ISBN book. And that can be given to National Archives, British Library, local libraries, schools, and groups such as yours. And as you can see, we can stick a piece of tape across it saying open in 2045, update to current formats. So that's a message to the future. And as I say, within that stick will be copies of the file in Microsoft Word format, text format, which is a simple text file, CSV, which is a simple spreadsheet understood by all, PHP and MySQL, which is the main format for the Drupal website. And we can also convert it into static HTML, which means that it's no longer clever enough to combine all the pages in different ways, but it will still work directly from the memory stick. Finally, having done all of that, and as you can see, we put it in a text file, you can see behind it a spreadsheet file, and after all of that, we can go off to our international website archive called archive.org, which guarantees it will be there for future generations. So you can see that we've gone from our website on the top left-hand corner, we've gone to archive.org, to what's called the Wayback Machine, and typed in our website address, and then we're able to save it. And as you can see here, we've got our web page as we're expecting to see it, and even if you click on a picture, it's still there. If our site goes down, all of this is here for future generations. And if we quickly go back to this page, you can see that on the book, we've got two QR codes. If the top one is scanned, it'll take you straight to the current website, but it will also show you the pages that have changed since the book was printed, changed or added. But in 20 years' time, if this book is found, if they scan the bottom QR code, that'll take it to the archive.org and will show you the website as it exists in 2024. We're quite excited about the opportunities that this gives us, and we're keen to hear back from you what you think we could do for future. Thank you.